Welcome to Northamptonshire for the 10th event on the Iverbank PGA EuroPro Tour of 2008. We're at Whittlebury Park, home of one of the finest clubhouses in Europe, for the Whittlebury Park Classic. Whittlebury Park is a 36-hole venue comprising of 4 9-hole courses: the 1905, the Royal Whittlewood, the Wedgwood and the Grand Prix. No surprise there, with Silverstone Racetrack just a stone's throw from this course. Any combination of two produces a test of 6,600 yards plus, and for the young pros this week, they will play the 1905 as their front nine and the Royal Whittlewood as their back nine. It's the 5th year that the EuroPro Tour has come to Whittlebury Park, and actually the tournament is starting to develop its own history. Back in 2004, it was Michael Nesbitt that won the inaugural event. In 2005, Mark Smith swept all before him on the EuroPro, taking the Whittlebury Park title in the process. 2006 saw former European Tour player Russell Claydon finesse his way to the title. And last year, Graham Clark made Whittlebury Park one of his victories on the way to winning the EuroPro Order of Merit. The man responsible for the success of Whittlebury Park and also for the support of the EuroPro Tour for the last 5 years is course owner Jeff Sargent.
Well, we're delighted at Whittlebury Park to have the pros come and put our course to the test. And I think it's a great opportunity for these young up-and-coming stars to shine and show what they're capable of doing. They need tournaments like this to be able to progress on to bigger and greater things, and we're more than happy to support them in that and provide the facilities for them to use. This whole area was a huge forest. It was actually the biggest forest in England in medieval times. And in about 1820, the owner of the estate, Lord Southampton, decided to create a park out of 600 acres of forest. So he felled all the trees apart from oaks. In 1990, I decided what a great opportunity to convert it into a golf and country club hotel. So we started to do some of the research, and during the course of that, we discovered that a golf course had been here in 1905. It stopped being used during the First World War. And so we went up to St Andrews and researched the library up there and found the details of the original course. And that's how we rebuilt the 1905 course, which is the first 9 that the pros are playing this week. The second course, we've created a lot of magnificent lakes. We've got a dozen lakes out now in the park. And the Royal Whittlewood course plays around 2 of the last remaining clumps of the forest. And that is a great test with a lot of water in it. We got nominated for the Clubhouse of the Year award in 2006, and we were quite surprised to become runners-up because we were still doing a lot of the finishing around the site. This year, now we've been finished, we were nominated again, and we went away with the top prize up against some of the leading clubs in the UK. So that's really a bit of an indictment for everything that we've been doing over the last 15 years, and it now takes pride of place in the trophy cabinet in the atrium.
The EuroPro Tour continues to grow and progress, as do many of its previous members. And the list is impressive. In the last year alone, no fewer than 3 former players have gone on to win on the European Tour, and 4 players have posted victories on the Challenge Tour. Richard Finch, David Dixon, Ross Fisher and Lee Slattery have all gone on to big results after developing their games on the EuroPro. And with attention beginning to turn to the 2008 Ryder Cup, maybe it won't be too long before a former EuroPro Tour star makes it onto the European team. Well, that's enough about the former players, but what about the current stars of the EuroPro Tour? Well, it might be the middle of summer, but here at the Whittlebury Park Classic on day 1, it was all about bad weather, boots and brollies. Let's see how the players got on in the first round.
Oh yeah, round 1, grim. The heavens opened and torrential rain pounded the players and the course on and off throughout the day. Play was suspended on 2 separate occasions, during which time the players walked in, dried themselves out, relaxed and waited for the course to drain. But when play did resume, the golf wasn't at all bad. This is Daniel Gaunt chipping in at the par 3 17th. Enough even in these conditions to bring a smile to the face. Then how about this from another Danny? This is Danny O'Reilly. This at the 18th. And almost an eagle. Look at the action on this one. Both, however, not among the leaders in round one. Despite conditions being far from ideal, Robert Perrett managed an eagle, 3 birdies, 2 drop shots in his card to an opening round of 68. That's 3 under par. Simon Thornton has already won this season. That was at Bovey Castle in Devon. So having been in this position before, he knows how to win. 5 birdies, 2 bogeys. He's among the challengers with a round of 68, also at 3 under, but not good enough to be top of our leaderboard. James Rewbotham, after a round of 66, leads the way, 1 ahead of George Woolgar and Order of Merit leader Noel Fox.
Weather conditions today are a mixture of sunshine and showers. So when good weather turns bad, how do the players cope? We've all heard about singing in the rain, but what about playing in the rain?
Good waterproof suit and the brolly up and try and keep the clubs dry.
A caddy helps a lot, but if you need a lot of gloves, a cover for your bag is good, and you just need to take your time, you need to stay patient.
You've just got to prepare yourself mentally for that. You know you're going to be on and off the golf course.
Usually put a lot of gloves under the umbrella, dry towels, a couple of waterproof tops, obviously trousers.
Just get back into it. Just obviously focus on your targets and your yardage.
Just grit it out, grin and bear it.
It's an old cliche, one shot at a time to keep you focused.
Everything was just soaking all the way through. We had about 4 inches of water at the bottom of the bag and stuff, so it was pretty awful.
Well, this year, for the EuroPro Tour, with the weather being so bad, the atrium facilities have really come into their own. The actual clubhouse itself is designed with an integral 2-tier driving range in the back of it, so you can go straight from the locker rooms onto the driving range. We have power tees on the ground floor which self-tee, and then on the first floor we've got a whole range of covered bays as well. And backing off of that, we've got a couple of bays with video analysis, so you can check your swings. We've got a whole host of toys that you can play with inside, indoor putting green, golf simulators, exercise machines. And we've also now set up a completely fully equipped state-of-the-art workshop. We're very lucky to have a good golf club fitter with us, John Whitehead, who will actually build the complete sets of clubs. He'll rebuild your own clubs, and people get an opportunity to actually see it and use it in a proper golfing environment. So couple that with the outdoor greens that we've got, outdoor bunkers for practice, and the 9-hole all-weather putting green, then even when we've been faced with deluges and thunderstorms, the guys have been able to come back in and carry on practicing, sharpening their game. I think we've had a month's rainfall in 2 days, and that's made the greenkeeping job very, very difficult for the team. They've done a fantastic job to keep the operation going, keep the tournament running, and our volunteers have been absolutely fantastic. We have a ladies contingent this year who have just qualified for the Cecil Leach final, which is a fantastic achievement, and they've rallied all the ladies around to help us, and we've got a great gents section, the Snags, who come and help us every year, and they really have had to battle against the elements to keep things going, and they've done a fantastic job.
The course coped very well with the deluge on day 1, and with better weather on the second day, the course really dried out. Let's see how the players got on in round 2.
Yeah, the weather improving on day 2, but unfortunately Noel Fox's scoring didn't. Started the day at 4 under par, got to 5 under, but then the Order of Merit leader had a couple of annoying holes where he lost his concentration, and he eventually finished with a round of 73 that left him 2 under overall. Overnight leader James Rewbotham also failed to improve on his opening round. A 71 on day 2 that included 5 birdies and also 5 bogeys, so he stays at 5 under par. Partnering Rewbotham in the final round will be Simon Thornton. The Irishman carded a 69 on day 2 as he looks for that all-important second win to cement a position in the top 5 of the Order of Merit. 5 birdies on the front 9 for Sean McDonough helped him to a round of 66, 5 under par for the day and for the tournament. Joining McDonough at 5 under is Peter Richardson. A 68 in round 1 put him among the leading players, and on day 2, 4 birdies, a double bogey at the par 4 15th, all added up to a 69, good enough to put him in the final group for the first time. Also in that group will be leader George Woolgar. Rounds of 67 and 69, he holds a 1-shot lead over the rest of the field. Impressive stuff from a player who clearly didn't let the rain delays of round 1 and the thunder and lightning delays of round 2 disrupt his golf. So some great golf despite the conditions, none better than Ross Whitelock. Started the day at 6 over par, shot a 63 to get himself into contention.
Got off to a good start, made a couple of early birdies, and just stayed patient. We had a few rain delays, so had about an hour where I just had to sit in a little hut and just sort of think about the round, but that wasn't too bad. And then got back out there, just putted a lot better than I have been, and that's the biggest difference really. I didn't play anything long game better than what I have been. Just hold a few more putts, got on a bit of a roll, and the momentum was sort of building up. And then sort of rain delay last night, had sort of 4 holes to come back and do today, and yeah, birdie one of those last 4 and delighted with 63.
Yeah, terrific round that takes him within 4 of the lead, held by George Woolgar. Terrific finish from Graham Gordon, birdie par eagle. He's in the group at 5 under.
We're outside the clubhouse here at Whittlebury Park. It's actually one of the biggest clubhouses in Europe, and that's official. And I'm with Sam Pigott, 2-time winner on the EuroPro Tour. Sam, not just about the clubhouse, is it? The practice facilities here, second to none.
They're amazing. You know, it's a 5-star facility. You've got a 300-yard driving range, greens and bunkers. It's 2-tier. You've got computer analysis. It's an amazing establishment.
And we're out here on the practice green. Now, this is a Southwest 4 putting green. Tell us about that. It's not just a surface laid down. You can actually do things with this.
Yeah, it's sand-based, so you can create contours. You can have left to right putts, right to left putts, and you can have a lot of fun. You can have it in your back garden if you've got the money to get it in there. And no, it's brilliant. It's great fun.
Well, Vijay Singh and Jack Nicklaus have got one of these. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us. We've got our putters. I feel a challenge coming on.
Yeah,
you fancy a round?
Yeah, I think I can take you down.
Come on then, let's head off to the first.
Come on then. Let the battle commence.
£1 on this?
You got it.
Here we go.
Hey!
Pigott.
Right, it's a little bit right to left here. I'm just going to roll this in. It's all about getting the line right and pace right.
It's all talk with you, isn't it? Look at that. Off
Could
the
be
back.
out of bounds.
Off the back. I'll tell you what it's all about, Sam. It's all about getting this little white thing in that hole over there.
Do you mind if I finish?
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Pressure's on.
That's how not to putt. Short backswing, rubbish follow through. Very fortunate to be stiff.
Professional golfer.
Just knock it in, please.
Now, I always have a problem with these. Not today, though. Not today.
All square after 2.
That's not bad, actually.
Now, this is a dog leg, right to left, this hole number 2. It's all about hooking it round the bushes. Has he got it? Has he got it?
Good. Oh, you. Jolly
More
good
lips than Mick Jagger.
golfer.
Unbelievable. I'll just
Oh dear,
tap
no,
that little
I
baby
must
in.
admit, I don't fancy this one.
Just check out the posture, the head movement, and yet again, a rubbish stroke. Got lucky.
Got lucky. What is he
Tap
on?
it in.
Pressure's on again. I hate these. I don't know why. It's probably because I've got a pro golfer watching me.
Lovely, lovely.
Deadly from 2 inches. Oh, you're kidding me.
This puppy is going straight in.
That is so not fair. Get in the hole.
Crowd go wild. They want the big one to win.
That hurts.
Oh, all square. Your runner. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This to take the lead. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Come on, there we go. I meant that as well.
You hold this, you are victorious. Oh, 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 I see that.
So just the line and length kept that out.
Right, our putts.
Okay, yeah, that makes it more exciting.
Oh, what sort of shot was that?
So
Terrible.
I've got to knock this in for the
This
title.
for victory.
I bet you haven't got a quid on you either, have you?
I'm afraid I have.
Sam, it's been a pleasure. my first win on the EuroPro Tour. Right, that's enough of me and Sam messing around on the putting green. Action from the final round of the Whittlebury Park Classic coming up after the break. Now, rain delays are a problem for the players, but what about the officials? We caught up with PGA Tournament Director Robert Simpson to find out how a 54-hole event copes with bad weather.
Round one, we had to have 2 suspensions of play. It was really a consequence of, on the Pro-Am day, we'd had an inch of rain, which had sent the golf course to be very wet. So as soon as we got a heavy shower at 10 o'clock on the Wednesday of round one, it just sent the greens underwater. When we had another heavy downpour at 2 o'clock, that then affected the fairways and the bunkers. All the referees were back on the golf course, squeegeeing greens, and I got the greenkeepers pumping out the bunkers. It wasn't fair to send the players back out until the course was in a fit state for a fair play for everybody. Daylight beat us again, with it being a very cloudy day. So at 20 past 8, we had to finish play for the day, which resulted in round one not being completed. Round two, it was looking that we was going to get a full day's play, which would have resulted in us catching back up again. But at 3:30, we had a rumble of thunder. With the players' safety paramount, we had to have a suspension of play until that passed. Unfortunately, the gods were against us, and again we had a rumble of thunder at 5:30, so it meant that we had to come off again. But we did very well. We got all the players through their front nines, so that meant on round 3, which was today, we now only had to complete the 9 holes of play.
So thankfully the final round of the Whittlebury Park Classic underway. Weather conditions have improved dramatically from the opening 2 rounds. The players looking forward to finishing this event, hopefully without any further interruptions. Here's our leaders.
After winning at Mollington before, I think that gives me confidence. I know I can do it before, and I guess I've got to try and do the same things I did there, which was really concentrating right to the end and not really trying to pay attention to what other people are doing, because you obviously never know what will happen, especially around this golf course, par 5 to finish. You can finish with 3 or a 6, so just got to keep going to the end.
I've won before. It's something that I can play on in my mind, and I know that I've done it. I know how to win. It's okay shooting the scores, but when it comes down to the final few holes, you've got to have it upstairs, really. You've got to be mentally strong enough to know that you can win.
I've never been in a leading group before, so it's an exciting position to be in, and just kind of looking forward to get out there and kind of just enjoy the day, really.
In previous tournaments, I've managed to get myself into contention going into the final round. What I haven't done is really enjoyed it. I mean, the plan today is just to go out there, have fun. Yes, I'm in contention, but previously I've maybe put too much pressure on myself.
I'm playing well this year, just getting the putter going, really. Your whole putt, so you're going to be in contention. So holding fair share. I missed a few, but it's just, it's putting comp this week, because the course is not that long. The greens are great, so there's no excuse.
So it's all set up for a very interesting final round. I'm Richard Kaufman, delighted to say joined by European Tour coach Stuart Morgan. Simon Thornton. Stuart with a par at the first, but a chance to pick up his first birdie of the day here at the second.
It's a pretty straightforward hole, the second one as well, and you're playing 306 on the card. Just misses that on the right hand side.
Interesting hearing from the players how they're going to approach this final round. Simon saying he's not going to look out for what everyone else is doing, just concentrate on his own game. But so many players up there in contention, leadership at the top will probably switch a few times.
Yeah,
won't it?
definitely. I think there's some really low scores out there today. The weather's improved dramatically. The course is playing very, very soft, so it's going to be like target golf. A lot of birdies expected.
66 on day 1 for James Rewbotham. Level par golf in round 2, and all credit to the players for the way they've stayed focused on the goals ahead despite all the interruptions, and so close to an early birdie for Rewbotham. Stays at 5 under. That's of course 1 shot off the lead.
I think those players will feel they've dropped the shot there. I mean, there's going to be a lot of birdies on that second hole.
Let's chance to look at it from the tee. As you say, 306 yards. Driver in the hand as well from Graham Gordon.
Very aggressive play here.
Good looking swing as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, he looks a really decent player. That's perfect, look at that.
Wow, what a tee shot that is. Says he wants to enjoy being in contention. Well, that'll help. Finished birdie par eagle yesterday and want a chance to start with an eagle at the second.
Here's Dale Marmion at 5 under.
Going well, isn't he? Birdied the second and the fourth.
It's good psychology as well, and he bogeyed 4 and 5 yesterday, giving himself a chance to have a birdie on 5 today.
A winner this season at the Yes Classic at the Players Club in Bristol.
Eagle putt after this fantastic tee shot on the second by Gordon. Let's see if he can convert this.
Drive for show. You putt for the dough, and we're a little tentative, but it's still a birdie.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we like those birdies. Looks a little disappointed there, though.
Well, he's gone to 6 under, which of course takes him in a tie for the lead. David James picked up a birdie at the second. This is his 3rd shot though at the par 4 5th, and not as close as he'd like to be. Now, where's Sam Pigott these days?
After a relatively easy start, you want to be in the red after 2 holes. We're here on the 3rd hole. It's a par 3. It's 185 yards long. Now, with the wind and rain this week, it's going to make it very difficult to walk away with a 3. You've also got the bunkers surrounding the greens, the 2-tier undulation. So getting a 3 here is going to be a great start to your round.
Well, let's have a look and see how Simon Thornton copes with it.
He looks a good player, this guy. I saw him play last year at the Welsh Open.
He was right amongst the leaders, wasn't he, after the first couple of rounds there? Shot, I think, a 64.
Absolutely. Just leaked that one off to the right-hand side there. Not too happy with that one.
As you can see, both these players at 5 under. Now 2 off the lead because George Woolgar has opened with a birdie to get to 7 under.
James Rewbottom looks like he's steering this down. It's a great tee shot into this par 3, pin high into the fat part of the green.
Well, you certainly don't want to be losing ground when there's plenty of birdies out there at the moment.
We saw that pitch shot he played into here.
But unfortunately, David James going back to 4 under. Another chance to see if someone can reach this second hole with their tee shot. Birdie at the first, so Richardson, like Woolgar, getting a birdie at the opening hole. He goes to 6 under, tie for second. And this one not finding the putting surface. So our leader, Woolgar, featured really for the first time on our leaderboard at the Selsdon Park Masters last week. Finished in 5th place, his best finish, and he looks as if he's continuing that form here.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like he's swinging great and obviously feeling very, very confident. Interesting to see they hit driver off that and Richardson hit 3 wood.
Well, big move, hasn't it, been made by Marmion? 2 birdies already today, this for a 3rd.
Lovely looking stroke there, straight into the middle of the hole. Definitely got the putter going today.
And he races to 6 under par, now just 1 shot back. So we look at Simon Thornton on the 3rd. Who are you looking after these days then, Stuart, coaching-wise?
On this tour we have Daniel Gaunt, Crew Elliott, and
And on the main tour?
We've got Ben Evans, Sean Webster.
So you're a busy man.
Very busy.
That's what I like to hear. Good little chip shot there from Thornton. Maybe a chance to save his par, but don't know if you can hear the noise of the racing cars behind you. That's of course Silverstone nearby. A lot of practicing going on ahead of the Formula One races that are happening this season. And we're revved up for a terrific final lap here, aren't we? Really, so many players in contention.
Well, James Rewbotham having a go at that one. Must have fancied it to hit it at that pace. Obviously trying to get something going in this final round. Nicely cleaned up there.
Thornton made his par as well at the par 3. This is Richardson though for birdie at the second.
You see such a short par 4 as well. We haven't seen him that many birdies today. Maybe a little bit of final round nerves early on in the round.
So no major moves at the top of the leaderboard. Woolgar with the 1 birdie in his opening 2 holes stays in the lead by 1 from Marmion and Richardson. Dale Marmion with a terrific start to this final round. Welcome back to the Whittlebury Park Classic. George Woolgar still leading the way, but a number of players are making the most of fine conditions and starting to make a move. Let's go to the 3rd with the leaders. Peter Richardson, 1 back at 6 under par. By the way, this is a hole where Graham Gordon has just dropped a shot, so he's slipped back to 5 under.
What a golf shot to get it out to that back tier.
Yeah, terrific effort from Richardson.
Not showing much emotion, which is good.
Big Chesterfield fan, Woolgar. Keen for them to do well at the start of the season. And how about this to the start of his final round?
You can see like that. You see the spin of the club, kick of the right leg, very Tiger-esque.
Well, he won't mind those comparisons. Not such good news for James Rewbotham at the 5th hole. Yes, some thick rough if you go off course.
You can see really how thick that was. He's advanced that probably about 50 yards. After that fantastic tee shot. Let's see if he can convert this for birdie. And a very rare 2 on the 3rd hole.
Urging it to turn. Read it nicely, but well, they're all pretty safe pars so far after that birdie at the 1st. Looks very much in control at the moment, although we're not quite in the thick of the battle yet.
It's good to see he's playing with a nice smile on his face most of the time, which is good to see.
After just digging it out of the rough. Rewbotham looking to get up and down here to save par.
Yeah, that's not bad from there. He's just giving himself a chance. Richardson also, see if he can convert that fantastic tee shot on the 3rd hole. That's fantastic.
Well, it's his first time in a leading group, he says. Well, he's going pretty nicely, isn't he? He's got to 7 under now, and his joint leader So it's probably the first time he's been leading a tournament in the final round as well. He's played collegiate golf in the USA. 24-year-old tie for the lead now.
Thornton just off the right edge of the fifth. Very tidy little chip.
His prerogative, deciding to tidy up so he can focus on the next hole.
Absolutely. Those greens look immaculate, by the way.
The ground staff here have done a brilliant job to get this course in the condition it is, and Marmion's making the most of it, isn't he? 3 birdies so far in his first 7 holes. He's at the 410-yard par 4 8th.
Really does look a good player. And he's really got his eye in today.
Well, when you consider he missed a 10-footer at the first for birdie as well. He's certainly playing beautifully tee to green, and if he can hold the putts, well, he certainly is going to be a danger.
There's Rubottom for a par. He's up and out of that very, very quick. Looked very, very tentative.
Yeah, messy hole. Ends in a bogey.
It's a tricky hole, so you can put that behind him.
Marmion to make it a 3-way tie at the top. Has it got the legs? No.
Ooh. That was on line as well. If you'd have hit that one.
Well, he finished tied second at the Selsdon Park Masters last week, to go with that win as well at the ES Classic. When he won there, he was leading from the front. He was quite a long way ahead going into the final round, ended up winning by 4. Sort of stuttered over the line, really. Different way of trying to win this week, obviously trying to emerge from the pack. Gordon, who we mentioned, who dropped that shot at the 3rd.
And once again, we see how receptive these greens are. That's coming out of the semi-rough, downwind, and he's spinning that back.
Second of the par 3s on the course, 6th hole, 165 yards this one.
He's just trying to take a little off this. Yeah, tiny shot. See the wind off the left. He's probably just let that drift a tiny bit. But he'll be happy with that on a par 3.
Now Rubottom, who won at Mollington in 2006 on the EuroPro Tour, won an 8-hole playoff. Some playoff that was against Chris Hansen. Finished 15th on the Order of Merit that year, and well, that's a brilliant tee shot.
Especially coming off bogey off the last hole. That's fantastic. Longish birdie putt here for Gordon. Great pace. You can see the greens look like they're running a pretty good speed considering the rain that we've had. Looks like it's dried out fantastically well.
Yeah, when Thornton won at Bovey Castle, he was the 4th Irish win in a row on the EuroPro Tour this season.
Another one just slips by.
Of course, Noel Fox still leading the Order of Merit.
Gordon just to tidy up for his par. Oh dear. Well, you're not going to win too many tournaments missing putts like that in the final round.
Oh, no. Well, certainly not going to win with putts like that, and it's a heart-wrenching moment, isn't it, really? It's not pleasant.
Very rare 4 putts you see from these guys.
I just wonder whether he can recover from that. It hurts.
Rubothan for a bounce back. Just slips by on the low side, very much like Simon Thornton, missing it low.
Not seeing too many putts hold at the moment, are we? Plenty of birdie chances.
If these guys can play the par 3s in level par, they'll be pretty happy. Looking to pick up their scores on short par 4s and par 5s. Getting tidied up there by Simon Thornton.
Co-leader Woolgar then coming out of the semi-rough.
And yet again, we've seen a lot of shots like that into this 5th hole. Pin's a long way back, long green. Very difficult to get the ball and to convince yourself to hit the ball back to that pin.
Well, has Richardson learned from that shot? We'll see. There you go.
Very much so. He looks on his game today. See if Gordon can put that 4 putt behind him. Again, very, very solid shot into that par 3 green.
Well, it says birdie putt, but 2 putts from here would be terrific for Woolgar. Right across and down this 5th green. Slow down. Test the back.
And when you're leading, it's those putts that you just don't want to leave yourself. You want to make it as easy as possible.
And I think Gordon could tell him all about the 5th green and its problems.
Yes. You've seen fidgeting over these. He doesn't look too comfortable with the putter.
Well, that's not bad, is it? That'll maybe cheer him up a bit. Bounce back ability, I think they call it.
Very much so. It's a stat that we look for. Again, from a psychological standpoint, see if they can put the bogeys behind them and move on to make birdies.
Unable to get to 8 under par there, Richardson.
Gives himself a chance, though. You know, you're not going to make every one of those putts. But again, on that tricky 5th hole, he'll take a 4 every day.
Should point out that Dale Marmion has birdied the 9th, so he's at 7 under, along with Richardson, and of course Woolgar. We'll hope to finish off and tidy up here at the 5th.
Got to hold these if you're going to compete.
Well, first mistake from the overnight leader, George Woolgar. Sees him slip back to 6 under par and out of the lead. Now held by Peter Richardson and Dale Marmion. Terrific front 9 from him, playing it in 4 under par. It's tied at the top in the final round of the Whittlebury Park Classic. Welcome back to the Ivobank PGA EuroPro Tour. We're at one of the Midlands' premier courses, Whittlebury Park, where a fantastic final round is unravelling Order of Merit leader Noel Fox making a charge. He's gone to 6 under par, 1 off the lead, held jointly by Dale Marmion and Peter Richardson. Marmion, of course, a winner at the Players Club early in the season. Another 2 players making a move are Jamie Elson and David Clark. Elson started on level, the U-draw meaning they finish on the 9th. So here they are at the 5th hole, which, just to make sure you're not too confused, is their 14th. And that's his second shot into the par 4.
Good to see Jamie showing a little bit of form again. I know since playing in the Walker Cup and turning pro, he's not the best of times.
Well, he did really well on the Challenge Tour to begin with. When he turned pro in 2003, he won only his 3rd event, got onto the main tour, then lost his card and has suffered since then, if you like. And good shot in by Clark as well, who's matching Elson at 5 under. But what about our Order of Merit leader? He's in there again. He's had such a consistent season, Noel Fox.
Fantastic. Such a good player. A little bit anxious to that one. I think it's dry.
One at Faith Leg Fox and a couple of second place finishes as well. New territory, if you like, though, for Peter Richardson. Interesting to see how he handles things.
It's one of those things, so you can take it 2 ways, you know. He's never been in that situation before, so let's just go and have a go at it. And so far, he's he's really enjoying it.
He's playing some really good golf, and whatever happens, I think as you're hinting at there, he's going to learn from this.
Absolutely. I mean, the more you put yourself in those positions, the more you get, you get more comfortable in those surroundings.
Woolgar suffering at the 5th, and well, hole high at the 6th.
Seen a few people struggle with this putting on this 5th green. Not so for Mr. Elson.
6 under for the day, 6 under par for the tournament. 1 shot off the lead. He and Clark could set an interesting total.
Very much so, yes.
Could be a good target in there.
If they get in there at a good number, they'll be hoping for the Heavens Open to get again.
Clark, who's from the northeast of England. And his 4th event on the PGA EuroPro Tour this season. Be disappointed to miss that chance. Up at the 11th, par 5.
We saw a shot a little left here, but doesn't look to be in too much trouble. That's a fantastic little pitch there.
Oh, I think we can say that's another birdie. So Fox going to 7 under, which of course leads the way. Woolgar hoping to do the same.
Outside chance of a 2. Again, you see a lot of players missing that putt there on the left-hand side. Just under-reading.
Really is wide open at the moment, though. And some of the regular names, if you like, on the leaderboards this season are putting themselves right in there again. Fox certainly one of them, and he goes to 7 under par. 3-way tie again at the top, but Richardson hoping he can go out in front on his own here.
He'll be really fancying this after his start. He's got his irons dialed in, his putter looks pretty hot.
It's for a 3rd birdie of the day. Come on. Oh, well, I say come on. He knew that was pretty quick.
Just hope he can tidy this one up. Looks pretty focused, which is again good to see.
Well, he's used to competitive golf. When you play collegiate golf in the United States, you know, most of your year is spent playing in competition.
Very much so, yeah.
Botham, who birdied the 7th to get back to 5 under. Maybe a chance there to get to 6 under. That was a good shot as well.
Very good shot. Noah Fox just coming out the semi-rough.
Well, he's hot at the moment.
See more and more of these players go left hand below right now with their putting styles. Good pace for that one.
Yeah, interesting hearing from Elson saying he's been studying his swing really for the first time in his career, deciding that needs to get back into the upper echelons, if you like, of European golf and needs to do something about it. Well, it looks as if it's having a bit of an effect. This is a good base, isn't it? The EuroPro Tour.
We know he's got the talent, you know, and the ability to do that. So.
When you think of some of the players he played with in that Walker Cup side, Luke Donald, Nick Doherty, Graham McDowell, some of the big names now on the European Tour. No birdie there for Rue Botham, but a chance here for Fox again. Oh yes, in the lead on his own now at 8 under par. Noel Fox 5 under for the day. Is he going to win for the second time this season? No one has won 2 events so far this year. Oh
dear me.
Dear, dear, dear. Can't believe it. Yeah, dropped a shot at the 5th, got it back at the 7th, and now that.
Had a birdie putt on this hole, and never nice to walk off with a bogey.
So Rue Botham back to 4 under par. Disappointment for him. Let's catch up with Sam.
Hole number 13. It will be unlucky for someone this week. It's a par 4, 316 yards long, and it's really going to favour the brave. You've got trouble down the right of this fairway. You've got trouble down the left. It's out of bounds. You hit it there, you're in there with a farmer and his cows. You've really got to commit yourself to your shot, hit the driver, not the iron, find the fairway, knock it on and get something special out of this hole.
Well, Noel Fox has done the first part. Terrific drive down this 13th. Of course, led the way with a birdie at the 12th to get to 8 under par. But Dale Marmion apparently has just holed a 7-iron from 190 yards over the water at the 10th. So he's gone to 9 under.
And Noel Fox just stuffing it in there tight.
Well, Fox and Marmion, 2 players very much in the thick of things as far as the order of merit is concerned, and at the moment head to head at the top of the leaderboard.
Simon Thornton on the par 5, just trying to get something going here. Just hooking that left there with a 3-wood and short-siding himself. That'll test his skills.
So Fox so far has played it just as Sam suggested. Great drive, getting on the green. Can he now hold the putt?
Fantastic. And that is why he's at the top of the money list.
So Marmion and now Fox 9 under. I wonder if no one knows what Dale's done at the 10th.
We saw Simon Thornton hit this a little left on the par 5 and short side himself. Nice high little pitch. That's fantastic. A couple of things favour him there, into the wind. Green's relatively receptive, but still great skill.
I suppose Marmion will be fancying this one. Not quite 170 yards, but this for a 3 at the par 5 11th. Not far away. Well, what a round he's having. Start of the day at 3 under par. He'll have that to go to 10 under.
It's amazing. It's be a great up and down if you can knock this in. Very, very good skill there. And he rammed that putt in there.
It's worth noting that the top 5 after this event go to the second stage of a Q School for the 2009 European Tour. So
big prize.
And, you know, for Fox and Marmion, pretty much they're cementing their place. And as you say, it's a big prize to get away from that first stage.
Very
it's hard
much
enough
so.
as it is.
The fewer rounds at Tour School you can play, the better.
So Fox on the green at 14. Marmion surely and getting to 10 under par. So Fox has got his work cut out to keep up with Dale at the moment. He's trying his best.
Using the putter here just on the fringe. I'm too happy with that. I'm surprised seeing it's been wet. I thought he might have chose to chip that.
Might have wished he had done now. Nice to see people shading their eyes from the sun. Haven't seen too much of it. Richardson, who bogeyed the 8th. This is third shot at the par 5 9th. Worth mentioning as well that Woolgar has dropped another shot at the 7th, so he's back to 5 under. And compared to what Fox and Marmion are doing, it's a case of those players really standing still.
Very much so. Nicely tidied up. Caught the left edge and just fell in.
.425 yards, this 12th hole.
Very, very aggressive swing there. He is really, really on today. All he's seeing is ball and flag.
Well, it's a year since he turned pro last August. And so far, so good in his pro career. Said he was disappointed with his amateur career, but well, a good chance of collecting another £10,000 the way he's going. Well, disappointment for Richardson there. After dropping a shot at the 8th, he would have been desperate to get it back there.
I think that bogey's just been a bit of a momentum stopper for him as well on the 8th. You know, he looked like he's playing lovely up until then. Fox with 3 wood off 15, just looking to put it in play. Good strategy there, you see. He probably knew that 3 wood couldn't get him to that bunker if he'd have hit driver.
Is there any stopping Dale Marmion? This is his 12th hole, and this is to get 8 under for the day. Surely not. It's exhibition golf. Hell, Dale.
You can see he's loving it, just a cheeky little grin on his face there.
Well, when you're on one of these runs, you just don't want to get off it, do you?
Absolutely
You're just
not,
riding
no.
the crest of a wave at the moment. Final hole for Jamie Elson. It wasn't long ago we were wondering whether he can set a target, but I think Marmion's put pay to any hopes of that.
A little bit clumsy.
Just to mention, of course, because of the weather, we've got a U draw, so Elson and a few others that side of the draw having to finish off at the 9th.
There's Noel Fox. He's just trying to cling on to Marmion's coattails right now. Lovely controlled swing there by Noel Fox. You can see why he's at the top of the order of merit. He looks very, very comfortable in these surroundings.
No birdie for Jamie Elson, but it's still a round of 65 and a very good last day for him.
Absolutely. There's a mentality booster as well. You know that you can go low again. Oh no.
Well, that has certainly meant there's a little bit of a gap at the top of the leaderboard, because Noel Fox slips back to 8 under par. Jamie Elson and David Clark both finishing with rounds of 65, but the story of the day, Dale Marmion, an eagle and 6 birdies, 11 under and leading by 3. Welcome back. This the Iverbank PGA EuroPro Tour at Whittlebury Park, adjacent to the famous Silverstone race circuit. We're watching the final round of the Whittlebury Park Classic, and Dale Marmion has stormed into the lead. He's 11 under. He's just gone birdie, eagle, birdie, birdie for his last 4 holes, and we're going to join him now at the 13th. His second shot into this par 4, and he is playing some golf.
Oh, he's really, really in the zone today. Very much in control of his emotions and his golf game. Smart play there, pin cut tight to the right, just go middle of the green. He knows he's got a good lead right now.
Well, 3 shots after Noel Fox dropped a shot at the 15th, missing a short putt. 3 holes left to play.
And here we are with Noel Fox at the 16th.
383 yards this par 4.
Looks happy with that. Not going to be left with much club in there by the looks of things.
Bit of anger, I think, in that tee shot.
Very much so. We said this a few times today. Dale Marmion for birdie.
Well, 5 under for his last 4 holes. Can he do it again? Well, it's only a par. What's gone wrong? Wasn't far away, was it?
Not at all. You could see it actually just breaking in and then just turned away at the last moment.
I was looking like a bucket at the moment for Dale Marmion. Just got to, you know, keep concentration, really.
Absolutely.
Birdie 11th for Rewbotham, just taking him back to 6 under.
Really nice little pitch there. See, not a lot of green to work with. Controlling the trajectory perfect.
The 163-yard par 3, 14th hole.
Looks like he's knocking this down.
Well, that's what I said about keeping his concentration. 3 shots, it's a nice lead, but it's not an unassailable lead, is it?
Definitely not, especially with the way the golf course is playing. You know, it's quite easy to go birdie, birdie, birdie.
As he's done.
Yes.
Well, we're both them saying, you know, he knows how to win. He thinks that may be an advantage, but I suppose Marmion and Fox have shown as well. They know how to win.
Absolutely.
And more recently as well.
Yes. You can see here, this is where Noel Fox's drive ended up on the 16th.
Nice driving the green. 383 yards. I mean, it's not a long par 4, but
still, he's probably only got 60 yards left into that flag. Just a little pitch.
They're not happy with it, obviously. Wanted to get a little closer than that. Try and put a bit of pressure on this man.
A bit of work left in there.
Well, it's been an exemplary round so far, but are we about to see the first blip from Dale Marmion?
Here we pick up Simon Thornton, second shot into 13. Steady, very steady round today, no drop shots. Nothing really happening. Until now, just great control of spin there, hitting that in very close.
Yeah, excellent shot from Thornton. Like Rue Botham, 1 under for the day.
Again, just steady golf. Coming in from a slightly different angle.
Important putt this for Noel Fox.
Oh, he won't be happy with that. That was in if he'd have hit it. And he knows he has to make a move now. Took the risk off the tee with the driver. Didn't convert.
Marmion then to save par. Oh, yes.
Big save, isn't it?
And when you feel a big moment as well in the scale of the tournament, with Fox missing his birdie putt and then Marmion holding his for par.
You got to fancy it's your day, haven't you?
You could have seen a 2-shot swing there. As it is, it remains a 3-shot lead. How about that from James Rubotham, who's supposed going steady along. He's 2 under now for the round, but it's been an up and down kind of day, really.
Yeah. He missed a couple of short ones, but draining a bomb there.
So he gets to 7 under.
Can Thornton convert that fantastic second shot?
And this also to get to 7 under. He can.
Very good.
So they're 4 shots back. Earlier on, Sam took a look at the penultimate hole.
Hole number 17 is a signature hole here at Whittlebury Park. It's 193 yards long and it's a par 3. Now, with a swirling wind this week, it's going to pose a few problems for the players. Now, the difficulty will be getting the club right. Hitting it long, you got trouble. Hitting it short, you got water. So really, the club is so important. Making a 3 here, you'll be running to the 18th tee full of joy.
We'll have a look at that 17th then with Noel Fox. He needs birdies though, doesn't
Absolutely,
he, really?
He's just got to go pin seeking.
And Sam making the point that par's a good score here, but not in these circumstances for Noel. And that looks like a par really from there if he can have 2 good putts. So disappointing, really.
It's almost like the shot the leader wants, really.
Talking of which, tee shot at the 15th for Dale Marmion, and he likes it.
Rhythm was fantastic. He really does look on his game. And you'll see when they play like this, when they get in this sort of mindset, they just stand up there and just hit it.
It's a good putt.
Yeah, very good putt. It wasn't one of those putts that you can go charging at the hole. Has to be a dead weighter if he was going to hole it.
So he stays at 8 under par. Having started the day at 3 under, it's still a good round, but you know, he was 6 under for the day after 12. just hasn't been able to progress from there.
Not at all. Marmion second shot into 15. Very, very good rhythm there.
Another birdie opportunity coming Dale Marmion's way.
And it's interesting seeing him play, you know, coming down the stretch. He knows he's got a lead, but he hasn't changed his game plan. You know, his game is on, and he's just going after the flags. Does he like that? Again, smart play.
Yeah, Botham and Thornton, well, not completely out of things yet. Of course, in a big prize money for second place as well, £5,000. Half of what the winner gets.
Stay there. Stay there.
Just asking it to stay there with the wind. Yeah, great shot. Must have looked good from the tee, so it's flying straight over the flag. But again, he's just looking for birdies, isn't he? You can see a little bit of disgust on his face.
Well, they'll be aware of what this man is doing. Just came from nowhere to blitz the course, really. This for another birdie here. For his 7th birdie of the day.
Oh dear me.
Go on, wind,
How
pick
does it
up.
stop there?
It's defying gravity, isn't it?
You had a look.
It's a par. I think pars will do at the moment, really.
Yes.
Now the 12th, George Woolgar just birdied the 11th. 6 under par, of course, was leading heading into this final round. Made a decent start as well.
He just let that one drift, hasn't he? And caught that right bunker. It's up against the lip. That'll be a really tough shot.
Not much green to work with either. This is the final group, so spectators making the most of a good vantage point. Richardson as well with a birdie at 11.
It's an outside chance. Coming in from a difficult angle into that flag. Cut tight on the right-hand side. He's coming in from the right-hand side.
Final hole, 536 yards, par 5. Noel Fox on the tee.
He's just going to smash this.
Currently in second place at 8 under. And of course, if Marmion is to win, he needs to finish second on his own to make sure he stays top of the order of merit. Otherwise, Marmion will be grabbing first spot in the rankings. So another little sideshow for you there.
Here is our leader. There you go, likes that. Not sure why though. Wonder if he thought he was going to clear that then.
Well, I think he's got away with it. We'll see.
Thornton outside chance for a birdie. Coming down the slope. Get another guy putting left hand below right. For a right-handed golfer.
So good chance for birdie this for Botham. Come on.
It's a great putt there. Keep hitting the putts at that speed and more often than not they'll go in.
Stays at 7 under.
And you're right, he has got lucky.
Yeah, it could have been the other side of that tree and, well, forced to pitch sideways, but as it is, can go for the flag.
there for another birdie chance.
So it helps to be good, but it also helps to be lucky.
And he'll know if he keeps putting in chances like that, and he even keeps making pars, they've got to come and get him. Richardson outside chance of a birdie. Just a little bit too pacey.
It is a tight tussle at the top of the rankings. This event 10 on the Ivo Bank PGA EuroPro Tour. 14 events in total. The impressive clubhouse awaits Fox, but this is second shot into the par 5 and slow down. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Fancy his chances of getting up and down from there for birdie. Seen that caption a few times today.
You can still hear those cars whizzing around Silverstone. And despite missing there, Marmion's certainly in pole position at the moment, but, well, a little tester back.
Looks like he's going to choose to finish there, which he's allowed to do. Doesn't want to kind of leave this and just be waiting and waiting and waiting, so it's a good thing to do at this point in the tournament. Nicely done.
2 holes to play, leading by 3. Could be cut to 2 though shortly if Fox can get up and down at the last.
Saw him hit it into the bunker on the right and saw he splashed out too. Reaction tells everything.
Back to 5 under. Well, 2 weeks in contention for George Woolgar.
He's got to take the positives from it though. He just keep putting himself there. Nicely tidied up. You see the two of them, they just look a little flat. This is a testing tee shot. Over water. We're going in there with something like a 5 or a 6 iron, playing slightly downhill. And he'd be very, very happy to get that one out the way.
So can Fox make his birdie?
In his mind, he's probably thinking, I've got to chip this in.
Well, no certainty for the birdie now, is there? See, the wind's picking up a little as well.
You can see the shot he hit into the green as well. You can see it again, wind's drying the course out. Starting to release the ball a little bit more.
Well, this would certainly seal the win, wouldn't it, if this goes in?
The way he's been playing, he'll fancy it. Yet again, testing the hole. Probably wondering why he hasn't birdied every hole on the golf course today.
Well, Noel Fox started the day at 2 under par. It's been a terrific round of golf. A little bit of a blip over some of the holes coming in. Dropped a shot with a short miss putt at 15, but this for a birdie in a round of 64.
Excellent.
Brilliant. 9 under, and that could well seal him that second place. That would keep him at the top of the order of merit, and it would be his second spot of the season.
Yeah, it was just one of those days where if someone asked me how many under it was, I honestly couldn't have told them. So I really think that's the essence of good golf, is just playing the game. So it's just really just concentrating on each shot. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but that's the way it was, and it was nice not to get ahead of myself, because I think that's what happened to me. Yet in the second round on the back nine, I just thought my job was done. I got to 5 under and just got ahead of myself, hit a couple of loose shots, and suddenly you're 2 under. But to come back today like this is great.
Great round from Fox. Good round as well from Paul Maddy. Started the day at 1 over. He's playing his last hole, 6 under par now for the tournament. And a par from Marmion then at the 17th. He's 2 ahead, 1 to play. Welcome back, Richard Kaufman and Stuart Morgan with you for the Whittlebury Park Classic. This event number 10 on the Ivo Bank PGA EuroPro Tour, and the Order of Merit leader Noel Fox already in the clubhouse at 9 under par. Del Marmion leads on the course, 1 to play at 11 under, and our overnight leaders have it all to do. Richardson, 2nd to 13. Of course, their goal now really is to try and catch Fox at 9 under, and well, with shots like that, every chance Richardson could.
Absolutely, and that's what they're thinking as well. James Rewbotham, 15th tee shot. Likes it, picks the tee up pretty quick. That's perfect. And here we have Simon Thornton, also going with driver on 15. Whatever strategy they've had right now has gone out the window, and it's all out attack. No holding back there. And almost the same result as James Rewbotham. Birdie putt on 13, just missing down the left-hand side. I'm just going to finish up.
So stays 1 over for the day. Another notch on the learning curve for George Woolgar.
The leader, par 5, 18th, driver.
Yeah, some players par 5, 2-shot lead, may play a little conservatively, not Del Marmion here. He's on top of his game, and you know, why not hit the driver?
Absolutely. I mean, to be honest, I think he's missed a fairway. I mean, his driver's been fantastic. Played to his strengths. Second shot into 15 for Rewbotham after that great drive.
And I suppose part of his thinking is there are players still behind him, still to play. We saw a finish yesterday of birdie par eagle, didn't we, from Graham Gordon? So somebody could finish really strongly and suddenly move from maybe 7 under to 11 under.
Absolutely, it's definitely out there. You always have that in the back of your mind as well. You know, you've got a par 5 to finish. It's reachable in 2. And here we are on the 18th. Par 5.
We have to remind ourselves he did start the day at 3 under par, 3 shots off the lead, and he's safely on the par 5 18th in 2. Will it get down that slope? Oh, I tell you what, another few more rolls and it would have been close to the hole.
See, nice spring in his step. walking up that 18th.
It's all happening for him today. I mean, holding that second shot to the 10th really was the springboard. It leapt him into the lead for the first time, and he's never let go of it since. Come on. Frustrating for Rubothan.
He hasn't looked all that comfortable on these greens today. Played quite nicely from tee to green.
Woolgar in our way of the hole. Richardson looking for a birdie. Well, he gave it a go.
He's knocked out about 6 foot past. Like we said, they're just chasing birdies. Like this man. Again, you can see the pace that they're hitting these putts at now, almost trying to force the ball into the hole. Never yet seen that to work.
And it's cost Richardson a bogey at the 14th.
Not happy chap. About the same distance to what we've just seen from Richardson. Simon Thornton tidy up his par. Nicely into the centre.
Here he is, the leader, looking for another eagle, looking for his second of the day. Come on, turn. Oh. Well, that was for a round of 61. It's still going to be a 62. 7 birdies, 2 eagles. Job's a good one, and I think we've got a champion.
What a day's work.
Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. 5 under for the back 9. Looks almost in shock there,
yeah, he
doesn't
looks like
he?
he surprised himself for that one.
It was brilliant golf from Del Marmont. 12 under par he finishes, and I think that pretty much seals his victory here at the Whittlebury Park Classic. Still a bit of golf to be played though.
Lovely little pitch in, about 10 feet by Simon Thornton. Going to play for Order of Merit and money.
Yeah, of course, the top 50 get into the final event of the season as well.
And then the big prize at the end of the year, the top 5, get a Challenge Tour ranking.
And I think with Marmion and Fox, we've seen them today. I mean, Fox still top of the Order of Merit, and Marmion's win would take him second. I think they've pretty much guaranteed themselves now with 4 events still to go, top 5 place. So they got themselves onto the Challenge Tour today.
Yes,
really.
absolutely.
So it's a big day for them.
I actually fancy Del Marmont to go on, maybe get his card at the school as well. I think he's had a good year, and he looks very, very solid. Nice little chip from the front edge.
You think about Marmion as well, his last 3 events on the EuroPro Tour, first, second, first. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Rubothan for his birdie at 16. Still could catch, of course, Fox at 9 under. Hit it. Oh,
he just hasn't held enough for them today, has he?
No, he knows it. He's talking to himself. I won't repeat what he's probably saying to himself, but his putter really hasn't worked for him. He had high hopes as well coming into this final round. So missed chance for Peter Richardson. Seems a long time ago now when he was making his way to the top of the leaderboard.
Again, he just started out very, very well, really, really comfortable. He's in a bogey late in his front nine and just stopped that, killed that momentum.
Thornton then to move to 8 under, which would be into 3rd spot on his own. Not to be in, it's looking nearly 100% now that Marmin's going to win. Of course, Thornton and Rewbotham will need a hole-in-one on the 17th and Albatross at the 18th just to force a playoff. And, well, I don't think that's possible. So disappointment, really, for the likes of Simon Thornton. But what a day it's been for Dale Marmin, 23-year-old, then heading to his 2nd win of the season after a brilliant round of 62.
It was just solid, to be honest. I mean, I missed probably 10 foot on the first, and usually that gets me going if I hold like a nice distance of putt, but I missed that. And just birdied the 2nd, really good up and down on the 3rd, hold the 4th, which I knew, birdie on the 4th, I knew if I would have made that, would have brought up a few shots in the field because a lot of people bogeying that, or even worse. So yeah, it was just unbelievable, to be honest. And then I got on 10 and then made a 2 on 10. And it was, yeah, frightening, to be honest, a bit scary. I knew I had to probably shoot 6, 7 under, maybe give myself a chance, and then obviously went a bit silly out there today. So yeah, very happy.
And so he should be, and they're pretty close, these two, aren't they, on the order of merit, numbers 1 and 2. Every reason for them to enjoy and bathe in their good day's work. So those two can relax, but, well, still 2nd and 3rd place to play for. Fox in at 9 under, of course, every penny counting for that money list. So Rewbotham, Thornton and the like will be keeping focused as they come in.
Very much so, yeah.
Of course, Marmin in with a round of 62. Worth pointing out, Paul Maddy had a 63 today, started the day at 1 over.
We said at the start of the day, didn't we, that it's dried out, but the greens are still very receptive. The sun's come out. It's definitely out there.
And we've had a 62, a 63, a 64. Fortunately for Graham Brown, just a 1 under for his round.
Nice shot into the 18th hole there. We actually couldn't have left this in a better place without going in the water. Putting it straight back up, a little bit right to left. Good pace, just thought it was going to break a little bit more than it did. Rewbotham coming from the other side of the hole. Downhill putt for birdie.
Rewbotham, who represents Welwyn Garden City, of course, famous for the Ryder Cup captain.
Yes.
Nick Faldo. Started the season pretty well as well, Rewbotham, some top 10s, and struggled a little since then, although finished just outside the top 10 at Selsdon Park last week.
Carried on that momentum into this week.
So a par for him. Still stays 7 under.
Just to tidy up for Thornton. And then move swiftly on to the 18th, par 5. Graham Brown for birdie on the 18th. How was that finish? Right behind the hole.
So it'll be a round of 70 for Graham Brown. So the Scotsman finishing at 5 under par.
Doesn't look overly enthralled with his day's work. Richardson's second shot into 16. They're still out there, still looking at making birdies, still attacking those flags, still looking to rack up some money for this Order of Merit at the end of the year.
It's quite rare really for so many players still to have holes to play and the winner's already in the clubhouse. I mean, so often we're a little tentative in saying that someone like Marmin's won when they finished at 12 under, but we just can't see players at this 17's a tough hole. I mean, they've got a hole in one it, and obviously
then make albatross on 18.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
But they're still out there trying.
And okay, it hasn't been great days, if you like, for Richardson and the likes of Rewbotham and Woolgar. You know, it hasn't quite happened for them, but I think that's really as well in reflection to what Marmion has achieved today, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, a 62 on any tour. It is just brilliant golf. Haven't seen too much of Sean McDonough today. Started the day at 5 under.
He's going here for a rare birdie at 17.
He gets back to 5 under.
Can't wait to get in by the looks of things.
Eagles required for second spot for Rewbotham and Thornton.
Well, this has to go in.
Sure, Noel Fox is having a wee look at this. And for him, one down, one to go.
That's what we call a wide. Same thing here. It's to hole it. There's not a bad effort there.
No. Good chance for a birdie for Simon Thornton. Oh, never hit it.
Underpaced. Poor read.
It was a good tee shot, but not a good putt from Peter Richardson. So he'll stay at 5 under. Final hole for Rewbotham.
It's almost like they're having a little match play between the two of them here, Thornton and Rewbotham. Yeah. Very tidy chip from the back of 18. It's just going to be a par.
Of course, Paul Maddy, as I mentioned, with that 63 already in at 7 under. So a chance for Simon Thornton here to claim 3rd on his own.
Gutted.
Expensive 69 though, along with Rewbotham finishing at 7 under par. Rewbotham here just finishing up. And there we go. Well, I suppose a little disappointing for these two, but it's been a fine day's play in thankfully fine weather as well. Richardson and McDonough finishing on 5 under par. Overnight leader George Woolgar back at 4 under, but some brilliant rounds. Elson and Clark at 6 under par. Maddy and Fox, brilliant from them, but none better than that 62 from Marmion, winning by 3. So Noel Fox this time outfoxed. His 3rd second place finish of the season. Also got a win under his belt very consistent from the Order of Merit leader.
Well, congratulations, Noel. You held on to second place. How pleasing is that for you?
Yeah, that's kind of huge for me, because it just makes life a little easier now coming into the Tour Championship and that. But just as I say, it's just nice to play well. Like, as long as I keep featuring, you know, I'm a pretty happy guy. It's getting there, you know, and you know, some weeks I'm driving well and not putting well, so maybe over the next couple of weeks it's all going to come together again and might feature maybe potentially another win.
And it's another win for this man, Dale Marmion, for the second time this season, coming up to take that first prize check of £10,000. It was magnificent golf today. Started the day 3 behind and ended up winning by 3.
No expectations. I've got a goal in my mind, and that was probably, I say, 5-6 under par. And obviously, I got to 6 quick, so I was already with the leaders straight away. And I knew if I just pushed on from there, obviously if they saw me top of the leaderboard, then they have to chase me, and then obviously they start making mistakes. So yeah, that was my goal really, just to try and stay at the top and make a lot of birdies, which I did. No, I was definitely looking forward to this week. So obviously I really like the course. I mean, the greens were brilliant. So, and obviously the work the green staff have done this week, considering the weather's just been amazing, to be honest.
So Noel Fox still top of the Order of Merit, Marmion into second, Kennedy, Murray and Thornton, all winners this year, make up the top 5 that receive that exemption to stage 2 of the European Tour School. The top 5 at the close of the season will also earn their Challenge Tour rights for 2009, so lots still to play for with East Sussex National our next stop. But for now, from Stuart Morgan and myself, Richard Kaufman, goodbye.